absolutely fabulous. But today's video is about this beautiful, magnificent, gorgeous, amazing puffy sleeve crop top that I will probably wear forever until it falls apart and just falls off my skin in drags. Just kidding, but this thing, you can wear it with anything, with jeans, skirts, pants, even your undies. It looks perfect. How to make it? Well, first you will need one of these. How to make one of these? Well, you can always use a t-shirt that you have, a blouse that fits you well. You're just gonna trace it on a piece of paper or directly on the piece of fabric, and then you're gonna create two pieces of that because one is for the front and the other one is for the back. This for the back has a little slit, you will see it later. This is a big, huge, humongous sleeve that I absolutely adore. I never measure sleeves, I just chop them because I always know that I want the puffiest of the puffiest sleeves ever. And make sure to put the darts in the right place and sew them without backtacking, because in that if you backtacking it can create like very strange looking shapes to the front. So darts are necessary so that this garment fits you well and that it follows the line of your body. And here I'm showing you how to adjust the tension of your thread in order to have the kind of like gathering stitch, so you don't have to do two lines of basting stitches, but the machine will do the gathers for you. Then I did need, however, to pull those little strings a little bit, those little threads, whatchamacallit. Anyways, I did pull them a little bit to create more puffiness, you know. You always need more puffiness. You will, however, have to adjust this to the opening of your sleeve. Right now, I'm sewing the sides while I'm listening to something. Anyways, I'm sewing down the sides. Make sure that the darts are going downwards. They're facing downwards because you want them to go that way, because then if they go up, they will pucker. It would be very nice if you could iron this portion, but I'm too lazy to do that, so that was not an option. I think right here I'm actually sewing the shoulder portion of this bodice, and yeah, that's it. After each and every round, please make sure to actually try it on to see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, fix it immediately. This is what it looks like so far, because you just have to put everything together. It's like a big puzzle piece. After I checked everything, I decided that it was time to actually create the channels for channeling channels. Anyways, for the elastics, works every time. Make it a little bit bigger than I did. That's some very horny cloud just horns. This is already the next day. I was too lazy to continue filming. It was too dark, and now I'm trying to find that opening. So you have to leave a little opening for that elastic, because otherwise it will not work. You will have to seam rip. So here you can see that I have stabbed this little guy to that. Sorry, not really. I just pinned it I pinned the sleeve to the bodice, and then I proceeded to sewing it very, very slowly, because this part, you don't want to mess it up. You want it to look as nice as possible. Oh, here I'm bragging how nicely and neatly it looks like. LOL, just kidding. I'm showing you that you do need to zigzag stitch everything or overlock it if you have the machine. And here in the back, remember that I cut off those 5 centimeters. I'm showing you that I did the rolled up hem in order to hide that edge, and then I put them together. I left little opening for the neck hole. And now right here, I'm adding the bias tape. I just sandwiched the fabric, the main fabric, in between bias tape, and that's it. I went very slowly. Okay, so these are the lining pieces, well, like facing pieces that are going to go around the neck in order to make that edge very neat and tidy and looking perfect. In case you're hearing dogs barking, I do not own a dog. I would never have a dog. They're annoying. And if you hear some noises, they're coming from the kitchen, and I don't understand what's happening with these microphones. They are bad. Anyways, first you're going to put together these little parts, and then you're going to pin them to your neckline, nice sides facing each other, and then you are going to sew together. But you have to be very careful. Do a better job than I did. Luckily, I did not have to go back and fix anything. I did zigzag it, and then I did the understitch in order to keep it on the other side. Then I decided to take a little break and to bedazzle my glasses. I love these glasses, but they're kind of looking a little bit sad lately. So I decided to add some bling onto them, and I used E6000 glue, but this one is for jewelry pieces. Honestly, totally unnecessary. It just costs more, and I don't think it does any better job than regular E6000 glue. So just go for the E6000. Thank me later. And this is what they're looking like. Oh my god. I'm obsessed with this bling. Absolutely fabulous. Look at that sparkle. Your girl loves bling. Lots of bling. I'd bling the cat if I could. And now it's time to add elastic. So chop off a piece of elastic that you think is good enough for your arm. Don't chop it off too tightly because you don't want to stop circulation. Take a little safety pin, pin one portion of that elastics and feed it through that little hole that we left. Eventually we're going to sew that hole together, so pay attention to that because we want it to be as nice and neat as possible. And then when you pull this elastics through, please sew the elastics. Do not tie a knot. Please do not tie a knot. That's a crime. Like right now, some people who tie a knot. Don't do that. Sew them. And here is what it looks like when we have finished sewing that little piece of elastics. Now it's time to sew in the little closure. This clasp is very easy to sew in, and yeah, I do know that you need to like kind of sandwich it in between fabrics. This is the same type of closure you have on your bras, but honestly, I did not feel like doing that, so I just sewed it on top. And by the way, it's like really invisible. Nobody's gonna notice it. And anyways, I'm going to wear it, nobody else. And right here, you can also see how nicely and neatly that back portion, that back opening is done. I am totally obsessed. From now on, I will make each and every garment this way. It's the easiest possible way. And it looks so professional. Oh yeah, I mean, I was recording this just to show you how I tie those knots at the end of sewing each little piece. And then I realized that it was not easy to record this, so I just stopped. And this is what it looks like. He likes it too, right? You do. I love it. It's everything I could wish for and more. The puffiness of the sleeves, it goes nicely, and technically speaking, if you wanted to, you could add like a little like a gathering fringe at the bottom. I wanted to leave it like this to be like a crop top, and that's why there is like little bias tape at the end. all in all, we aced it. 10 out of 10.